Welcome to Moral AI Stories. This is a place where every story carries a truth. Tonight one, a letter that was written.
Everything. And almost never read.
Daniel Hart was by every measure a success, a corner office, a beautiful home, a family who loved him, and a father he hadn't visited in 3 years. He always meant to call back. Tomorrow, he told himself. There was always a tomorrow.
Even at home, Claude, Daniel was somewhere else. Your father called again today. That's 4 times this week, Daniel.
I know. I'll call him Sunday. I have the Morrison account due Friday, the board meeting Monday. He's fine.
Sarah knew things she couldn't say, so she said nothing, and hoped he would figure it out before it was too late.
There was a time when Daniel's whole world was his father. He was the kind of father who made you feel like the most important person in the world. Not with money, not with gifts, just ma'am, with time.
Dad, what if we catch a really, really big one? Like this big?
That big? We're gonna need a bigger boat.
These were the mornings Daniel would spend the rest of his life trying to get back to, without ever knowing it.
But that was 34 years ago, and right now, there was a Morrison account, and a board meeting, and always been a Sunday. Daniel Hart.
Mr. Hart, mine. This is Eleanor Henderson. I live next door to your father. I'm so sorry to call so late. Your father passed away this
morning, very quietly in his sleep. He didn't suffer. I want you to know that. I was gonna call him Sunday. I know, dear. He knew too. He always said you were very busy. He was very proud of you.
The city kept moving. Lights kept blinking. The world kept going, the way it always does, whether you are ready or not. 3 days later, Daniel stood outside his father's house. The lights were off inside, for the first time in his memory.
Everything was still there. His father had kept everything. Everything was still there. Everyone was gone.
Then Kai. A knock at the door. Your father gave me this about 2 weeks ago. He said if anything happened, I should make sure you got it personally. He was very particular about that.
Inside the box band, an envelope, his name on the front, in his father's handwriting.
He wrote that a long time ago. He told me he wrote it and then could never bring himself to send it. He loved you very much, Mr. Hart, every single day.
He sat with the letter for 3 hours. Part of him already knew that whatever was inside would show him something he had been avoiding for a very long time. Outside Dannon, the old dock. The same one. Older now. Like everything. Finally time. Just before midnight pow. He opened it. Dear Daniel, by the time you read this I may be gone. I am not writing this to make you feel sad. I am writing it because there are things a father should say down, and I kept them too long. I am not writing this to make you feel sad. I am writing it because there are things a father should say time, and I kept them too long.
I want you to know I watched you become a man, Tay, and I was proud every single day. Not when you got the promotion.
Not when you won the award. I was proud the morning you were 8 years old and gave your lunch to the boy who had nothing. You didn't know I saw that. I saw it.
He had forgotten that morning completely. His father had never forgotten it for a single day.
I want you to know that the times you called, even the short calls, even when you were clearly distracted, I kept them. I played them back. Your voice was enough. I want you to know that I never once felt you didn't love me. I always knew. But here is what I want you to do for me, Daniel. And this is the only thing I will ever ask. When Emma looks up at you with something to show, because one day she will be 42 and busy, and the thing she remembers will not be the house or the car. She will remember the morning you put everything down and looked. That is all I ever wanted from you. Not calls, not visits, not anything expensive. Just to be looked at, like you were everything. Because you were, with all the love I had which was more than I ever knew how to say. Dad, he cried for his father. And for the Sunday calls he never made. For every time the phone had rung and he had let it ring. He cried for all the time he thought he had.
His father had not been fine. He had been lonely. But he had loved his son too much to say so.
And Daniel had been too busy to ask. He didn't know why he went to the dock. He just did. The way you do when a place holds someone you love.
He sat on the dock where everything had once been simple and complete. And let himself...
I should have called you back. Every time. I'm sorry, Dad. The water answered the only way it knew how. When he got home, Emma was waiting.
Dad, dang, look, I drew our house, but in space. Look, there's a rocket, and that's you, and that's Mommy, and there's and there's a dog, even though we don't have one yet.
His phone buzzed. His hand reached for it and stopped. I love this, Emma. Look at this. It's me and you building. You even drew the helmet on me. This is beautiful.
Emma talked for 20 minutes. Daniel listened for every second. His phone buzzed twice more. He didn't reach for it once. Sarah watched from the doorway. She had waited a long time for this morning. Anything. Something passed between them that had no words. It didn't need any. Some weeks later, Daniel took Emma to the dock.
Dad, Vaughn, what if we catch a really big one? Like DHIS big?
Daniel looked at his daughter and saw, for one moment, Bud himself, at 8 years old, on this same dock, asking this same question.
That big? We're gonna need a bigger boat. Some things, if we are lucky, get a second chance. Call them back. Visit when you said you would. Put the phone down when they run to you with something in their hands.
Not because they will always be there, but because one day, to funny, very quietly, houtly, they won't be. And the last thing you want, Seong, is a letter you were never meant to read.
Thank you for watching Moral AI Stories Time, where every story is a mirror, and every mirror shows you something worth remembering.
If this story made you think of someone he'd, reach out to them today. Not tomorrow, today. And if it moved you, please give it a like and share it with someone who needs to hear it.
Subscribe to Moral AI Stories for a brand new story every single week. Made for you. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.